Greetings everyone, and welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Now I know you guys may be saying to yourself, I already seen you LP this not too long ago. Well, yeah, I'm doing it for real this time. That was kind of a joke. Our hero this time is Ferris, that was decided by the previous thread. Let's get some plot on. Yeah, sure, Dad, whatever you say. Actually, that's not our dad, that's supposed to be our uncle. But, like hell we're staying home, we only faked sick so that he wouldn't think we were out running off and up to no good. I will loot his chest, though. And it's a lamp! It's a lamp that we actually can't use yet because we need magic power for whatever reason. No worries, yeah, see. We'll get to that, though. Alright, so this game is the third Zelda game released. It is supposed to have been a prequel to the other two that existed, which is The Legend of Zelda on the NES and The Legend of Zelda II, The Adventure of Link, also on the NES. That was back before a whole bunch of other games came and fucked up the timeline royally, so things were simpler back then. This game, however, it took the Zelda concept and it is just expanded. This is probably one of the most immersive, I would think, of the Zelda games, but I'm sure, you know, everyone's got their opinion on that. But this one's pretty big. Anyway, at the beginning, the Princess Zelda, she contacted us telepathically and said that she was holed up in the dungeon of the palace, so we're here. She doesn't really know what happened to the other girls, but we know where she is. Oh my god, no! Uncle, whatever your name is. We never got that, did we? Okay, sure. So apparently our uncle climbed down here and decided to lean up on this wall and die. That's okay though, we'll take the sword and shield off his dead body and move on. And he was saying that Zelda is my something. I don't really know. Maybe she's my sister. I don't know. Alright, so the castle only has one really major type of enemy, and that's the soldiers. There's different kinds of soldiers though. The soldiers we just saw there have knives. They're pretty easy to deal with. As you can see, we got some magic power, so we can use the lamp. Awesome! Using the lamp uses magic power as it goes along, so obviously running out means no more fire. We have some more knife knights out here. And then this is the other kind of knight. This one has a sword and shield. Ironically, you attack him by slicing his shield side. Oh shit, bees! Holy crap! Kill it with fire. Yeah, so there we go. Sometimes you can randomly find a bee in a bush or from hitting a tree. They chase you, and that's about it. But they can hurt you. Alright, so welcome to the palace proper. We know the Princess Zelda is hidden in here somewhere. Just not exactly sure where. Man, that's some bitchin' music. Alright, so this Zelda game took the concept of the first Zelda game, of the top-down perspective that we got in that one. Because if you all remember, the second Zelda game was kind of an experiment in the 2D platformer, side-scrolling type deal, and some would argue that it didn't work out very well for the Zelda franchise. Although I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Zelda 2. Link learns a lot of new moves in this game. We get the spin attack. This is the first time it shows up in the series. We can use it to kill a bunch of enemies that are surrounding us. If you hold your sword button down and charge it up, you spin. Pretty cool. And before, when Link would slice his sword, he only really stabbed it in front of him, which kind of limited your killing powers. This one, though, he swings it in kind of a quarter swing motion in front of him. Opens up your killing possibilities quite a bit. What's out here? Ooh, Probably something behind that, magical seal. But fuck if we can get through there. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to come back to that at another time. That seal actually can't be broken without having a certain special item that we don't have yet, obviously, because we just started the goddamn game. Alright, another new trick that Link learned is picking up pots. And you can pick up bushes and all kinds of other stuff. In the first Zelda game, the only things he could really pick up, well, he couldn't really pick up anything, but he could push rocks. That's about it. So, there you go. Sometimes fighting these knights in the short hallways is pretty bad, because getting to the right side of them can be kind of tricky sometimes. However, this castle's pretty generous with the hearts to refill your life with, so that's pretty good. Let's talk about the top there. All the way on the left with the green bar is a magic meter. That shows how much magic we have. The next square over is our current item that we have. The only item we have right now is the lamp, so that's what's selected. Next over is our rupees. And here's a map. We picked up a map, so every time you pick up a map, you can look at a map of the dungeon, see where you are. The light blue rooms are where you have been, and dark blue rooms are where you haven't been. Anyway, I was on the rupee. The rupee is next to the item, to the right. It shows us how many rupees we have. There aren't different sized wallets in this game, so you can just get up to 999 rupees right at the beginning. The next icon over is a bomb, and the next one over is arrows, and the next one over is a key. So unlike the first Zelda game, you don't use money for your arrows. You have your own arrow counter. Also, our life is up there, but that's pretty obvious. Hell yeah! Alright, so we kill that guy, and we have access to this room over here. This contains a special item, the boomerang! You could call this the item of the first dungeon. Every dungeon in the Zelda game traditionally has an item that you can use, usually to progress to further items, or further dungeons. However, this dungeon's item is completely useless. You don't really need it. I mean, it's not useless per se, but it's not necessary. I'll leave it at that. It's used to stun enemies, which can be pretty handy, and we can upgrade it a little later on. There we go. Handled pretty nicely. Alright, so this guy you can fight him straight on, but I like to throw pots at him. It's much easier. You don't have to deal with his swinging mace, his flail, if you will. Alright, so we got the big key. The big key opens mainly the door to the boss's lair, but also other types of huge locks. And it's the princess! Hey, we've already saved Princess Zelda, so game over, right? Well, this is kind of where I ended it on my first playthrough. We're not going to do that this time. Yeah, I guess I understand. Whatever. Whatever just gets me out of here, please. Alright, so our rescue mission has now become an escort mission. We need to get the princess out of this place, and she knows a secret passageway. We're gonna find that secret passageway. Now, one good thing about this dungeon is, well, not just this dungeon, but this game, is when you're going through a dungeon, if you've killed all the enemies in a room, sometimes they stay dead, which is pretty nice for trying to get out, especially with a princess following you around. Doesn't really matter, though, because she can't take any damage. All she does is follow you around. And she doesn't even stop and squeal when you get hit. Like an Ocarina of Time. Alright, so our goal is to get her to the throne room. The secret passage is actually right underneath of the throne. And for some reason we can't actually access it until we're with her. Whatever, I'm not going to question it. A lot of big, empty, useless rooms in this dungeon. I just said that! Were you not paying attention, princess? One good thing about this game is you don't have an annoying sidekick attached to your body. I I will give it that much. However, there is going to be someone who's kind of helping us and guiding us along the way a little later, but you will only talk to that person whenever you kind of feel like it. He doesn't bug you and, you know, put you into a lot of pointless dialogue. Anyway, we're in the secret passageway behind the throne. It's dark in here. So we're using the Super Nintendo's dual layers, extra layers here. We can have a dark room with a flashlight. I guess our shield works kind of like a flashlight. But lighting up torches, obviously, will light up the room. The more you light, the brighter it gets. There's rats down here. They only take one hit, though. Not too deadly. The snakes, however, take 2 hits. I guess it's just kind of a Zelda thing, is to have them take 2 hits. Funny thing, if you didn't know, they're actually called ropes in the manual. Not really sure why that is. I guess maybe they're snaky like a rope. They're also dicks and will attack you from the dark. Bats are also in this game. They're not, you know, that big of a deal. They don't really seek you out. They're just kind of hanging out. Not a big deal. They're also called keys in the manual. Not that that matters at all. I'm gonna call them bats, because fuck that. Ew! That's gross. We're in the sewers of the castle, apparently. There are rats everywhere. Rats can't travel in the water for whatever reason, so we can just stand here and kill them for easy money! Man, we're just getting rich. This is actually a good reason to save up a lot of money at the beginning here. There's going to be something we can purchase in the first town, and we need 100 rupees at least for it. Fucking bats, God. Alright, well, I will say that while the sword-swinging radius is larger than the original Zelda game, it still doesn't hit very easily. When you're used to the very slick controls of the Oracle series and the Link to the Past and Minish Cap, you don't really realize how good you got it until you try and play a game like this, where your sword misses half the time. That's okay, though. It's not that bad. So we're not poking it out of the front of our body. Alright, so there's some cracked walls down here. I guess we're gonna have to come back when we have some bombs! Fucking rats, they just won't die. There we go. One of those can be pushed. And only one. Ooh, palette change for the dungeon? At least we're out of the sewers. I wonder where this is even going. I'm sure she mentioned it. I wasn't paying attention! Which one? There's 2. Maybe this one. Holy shit, fuck you, princess! God damn it, what the hell? Alright. Pull the wrong one and snakes attack you. Pull the right one and you survive. One good thing about this, however, is that it's not like that Oracle game where you pulled the one and it was just luck-based and it kept changing. Here you just pull the other one and there you go. And now we're in the sanctuary! And how does that guy know our name? Or maybe he just knows us because we live in town. Whatever. I guess I have to do that. I didn't really... Oh, man. I just came to save the princess, man. I didn't want to do all that other shit. Yeah, so it's kind of weird, but your character is thrust right into the adventure, apparently. Just by saving the princess, you're pretty much qualified to save all of the other maidens. Problem is, the maidens are sealed in the Dark World, and we can't get to them yet, so I guess I understand. You can grab a heart piece out of this chest. Heart pieces will add another heart to your life. Alright guys, that's going to be about enough for this time. I'll see you guys next time for some town exploring later.